Okay, I just gave you an overview of what's going to transpire as we go through the next couple of days here. Colder conditions ahead of us as we go through this afternoon. And of course, another weak frontal boundary comes in overnight tonight, and that's going to go right through Wednesday. And that's going to linger up to the north, bringing a little bit of light snow up there. Then we take it over to rain and snow and thunderstorm activity as we get into Friday going into Saturday. And this could actually spill over into early morning Sunday, or at least overnight going into Sunday. Take a look at what I've got going on for you. By the time we get into sunrise today, we're holding on to temperatures getting much colder. You see this little loop here. This is that boundary that continues to go from that passing frontal boundary that came through overnight last night, and that's why we're so cold today. We'll get into the 10 o'clock hour, start to gradually warm you back up, but we're still in the 30s because of that. Holding on to the 3 o'clock hour, though, we get into the 30s and the 40s in your forecast, trying to warm you back up, and we're done. Clouds come back in. We start going the other opposite direction as far as cooling comes into forecast here as we finish out going to the 8 o'clock hour. Highs for Wednesday, as I've shown you once before, we're looking at 50s, 60s come back in, so we're starting to warm you up going through midweek. Clouds decrease, sunny and mild conditions will ensue. Once we go through Wednesday, we get into Thursday, 65 degrees possibly in your forecast for us. And then, of course, for La Crosse, we could get 75 degrees on Friday. And despite the rainfall, that continues into at least 58 degrees going into Saturday, and that's a potential for rain turning into snow. As you can see here, all that rainfall getting picked up from the Gulf of Mexico. It starts to pick it up and pull it right back into the north here as we go right back into Saturday. Once we get into Saturday in the evening and overnight, we start turning to snow. That rain and snow mix starts to happen. It starts to continue to move right all the way into Sunday, where you're seeing more snow finishing out, carrying over into Sunday early morning hours, and then eventually we start to see that pull out of the area as we go into the noon hour and we're done. So we've got the rainfall chances coming in as we go through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, possibly dropping down on Sunday for sure. It's only about a 30% chance to a 20% chance. We get into the snow, you can see that continuing on for Friday, possibly going into Saturday night, and then eventually tapering off. What I have for you as we go into it, that warming conditions as we go past today, then we pick up warmer conditions for Wednesday going into Thursday. That's your midweek warm-up, carrying over into Friday as well, 75 degrees for our high. We've got PM storms coming into the forecast as well, carrying that over into Friday night into Saturday, where we've got that rainfall still continuing to Saturday, turning into a rain and snow mix in the overnight hours into Sunday, where we've got snowfall coming in overnight into the early morning for Sunday. Temperatures, as you can see, begin to drop. 75 down to 58 degrees, down to 39 degrees for your high. You're looking at least that for Sunday. Monday kicks in for St. Patrick's Day to take us into a nice day of 51 degrees back into the mild, finishing out on Tuesday. Have a great day.